In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as we just broke out, hitting a new 18-month high, surpassing $38,300. In breaking news just in, China-based Bitcoin miner BTC Digital just bought 220 Bitcoin miners to expand their operations. So much for the China ban, eh? Also breaking news, the new president of Argentina, Javier Milei, just issued a statement confirming he is shutting down their central bank and that it's not a negotiable matter. More power to him. And quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Kaiser, Nayib Bukele has cleared Team Bitcoin El Salvador to visit Argentina. The team is also making a similar trip to Qatar. We think Qatar is orange-pilled. They had a trip to El Salvador recently and great things are happening. Max also says BlackRock cannot change Bitcoin's vector, $220,000 in play. Send it and let's freaking go. Also in today's show, enjoy sub 40,000 Bitcoin because according to PlanB, 100,000 will be the Bitcoin average price from 2024 and beyond. So start stacking. Also in today's show, wallet of Satoshi mysteriously vanishes from the Apple and Google United States app stores. We'll also be discussing there is no reason for the SEC to continue to stall a spot Bitcoin ETF, according to their commissioner, Hester Pierce, aka the crypto mom. Also in today's show, Bitcoin can explode by over 400%, hitting a target of $199,000 per Bitcoin, according to the Glassnode co-founders. We'll also be discussing Cathie Wood of ARK Invest dumping 700,000 GBTC shares in just 1 month. And speaking of Cathie Wood, we'll also be sharing her latest price prediction for Bitcoin, with her base case being $650,000 and her bullish case being $1.48 million per BTC. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market, all this plus so much more in today's show. Welcome everyone. How was your Thanksgiving? Please do let me know. And if you're just joining us, again, be sure to smash the subscribe button to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. Also be sure to smash the like as it helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm and will help us achieve our goal of 100,000 subs. As I mentioned, we are long overdue. Welcome everyone to today's podcast. Today is Black Friday, November 24th, 2023. I'm your host, JV, and this is pod episode number 1471. That's right. I've had this YouTube channel for 6 years. And we just getting started, baby. So let's break it down with our market watch as we do each and every day. And don't forget, this is a live and interactive show. So please let me know where you're tuning in from and we'll be interactive between the stories I share with you today. You can see Bitcoin, it hit a new 18-month high, surpassing 38,300, currently correcting just a little bit. It's still above 37.8. We have BNB and XRP pulling back and in the red. Ethereum maintaining above 2,000. We also got Solana and Cardano in the green. And I like to zoom out to get a more broader perspective over the past month. We got Bitcoin up 11.5%. We have Ether up 17%, BNB up 3%, XRP up almost 11%, Cardano 38%, and Solana, one of the top gainers, up a whopping 89.5%. And checking out cryptomarketcap.com, or I should say coinmarketcap.com. We're currently sitting at 1.44 trillion as far as the market cap, with over 50 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance 51.5% even, with the Ether dominance at 17.6%. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers of the past 24 hours, we got Blur up 32%, trading at 65 cents, followed by Say up 18%, trading just under 24 cents, followed by Kaspa up almost 10%, trading just under 14 cents. Now I'd love to know which altcoins, if any, are you most bullish on for this bull run. Let me know in those comments. And checking out Crypto Bubble so we can get a broader perspective and visual of the market on the day. Massive gainers in the green, not much in the red, which is a good sign. And looking at the weekly, also massive gainers on the week. And checking out the monthly, you already know how lit it is. Virtually every major coin in the green except Bitcoin Cash, Hex, and eHex. Hey, sometimes it bees that way. You shouldn't ishcoin, right, fam? And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're currently rated as 66 in greed, same as yesterday. Last week was a 63, and last month, a 72 in greed. So there you have it, my crypto fam. How many of you are currently bullish on this King Crypto? And how high do you think Moonvember will take us? We have one more week left in this month before we hit December, so please do let me know, as historically, November is the most bullish month out of the year, and you got to respect the pump. Just enjoying this pump. You know how we do. It seems every time we stream, we pump. So maybe we'll break 38.3 and continue to extend higher. I think we head on right up to 42,000. I don't see much resistance from here. So the market is looking pretty solid at the moment. You know what I mean? All right, let's check out our technical analysis for the day. Bitcoin bulls kept the pressure on 18-month highs on November 24th as analysis eyed buyer interest spiking, as we can see here in the Bitcoin 1-hour candle chart, which is looking pretty bullish. And data from Cointelegraph and TradingView showed the Bitcoin price trajectory heading upwards into the Wall Street Open. Bitcoin saw increasing momentum during the Asia trading session. This nonetheless with its roots on derivative markets. Following the action, we have popular trader Scoo, who confirmed that a single entity was likely behind the latest charge of 38,000. So whoever that entity is, much love, much respect. Quoting him here. Some buyer, probably single buyer, is trying to push the market higher here. Clear correlation between the spot and perp CVDs and the delta. He also shares looking like there's some direction buyer again here on Binance. They are bidding the spot and opening along. Shorts on Bybit continue to get hunted, and he continues to share alongside these charts. Now, obviously, shorting Bitcoin at a time like this would be pure insanity. If you're a perma bear, I mean, be my guest, but hey, you're more than likely going to get wrecked and toasted. Now, he also revealed that the long Bitcoin position had been closed, and with momentum flagging, a higher high was needed on the lower time frames beyond the current 38G ceiling. At this time, this was in progress, as he shares here on X. Now, zooming out, others were more optimistic about the resistance levels ultimately falling. For Mikhail Van de Popp, he shared it was all about that 40,000 level, which is another major psychological resistance. Quoting him here, still so far, so good on Bitcoin, slowly grinding upwards to a new resistance point, and a break above 38,000 immediately means 40,000 is next. I couldn't agree more. I feel that is the most logical next target, but I think we blow right past it. The momentum tells the tale. Now, Dan Crypto Trades described 38,000 as the line in the sand, after which easy mode returns on Bitcoin traded. So yeah, easy mode activated, eh? Let's go. The corresponding level on Ethereum, he added, was 2150, and at the time of this recording, we're sitting just under 2100. Now let's discuss more in detail hitting this 40,000 level. We have Crypto Tony, who shared the following update. My plan has not changed. Pump up to 39,000, then 40,000, then drop, please. Now, 30,000 meanwhile stands out for a variety of reasons, including the aggregate profitability of those who bought Bitcoin during the 2021 bull market. Elsewhere, encouraging signs from Bitcoin's RSI continued to provide the bulls with the fuel for further upside. Look at this one-day chart. Christ's sake, it's beautiful. We recovered quite fast, considering the largest exchange just got attacked and, just stepped down their CEO. They replaced them with a new CEO. So it seems like everything is going according to plan. We have the 2024 halving occurring in roughly 5 months. Also, other breaking news, China-based Bitcoin miner, BTC Digital, just bought 220 Bitcoin miners to expand their operations. Another sign of the times, because if China is bullish on Bitcoin, the rest of the world is. And as shared here, this is breaking news. The new president of Argentina, Javier Milei, just issued a statement confirming he is shutting down their central bank, and it is not a negotiable matter. That's right. Let's freaking go. We have here, let me translate it for you. This is what it says. Buenos Aires City, November 24th, 2023. The office of the president-elect of the Argentine Republic communicates that the only official information about the future government headed by Milei is the one published by this medium. In this regard, The Economist will be the head of the Annes and engineer Horacio Marin will be in charge of the YPF starting December 10th. And regarding the agenda of the president-elect this afternoon, he will maintain a telephone communication with the president of South Korea. And on the other hand, in the face of the false rumors spreading, we wish to clarify that the closure of the Central Bank of the Argentine Republic is not a negotiable issue. Shut that mofo down. Let's freaking go. Much love and respect to Malay. This is directly from the office of the president-elect of the Argentine Republic. Music to my ears. And quoting Max here, Bukele clears the team for Bitcoin El Salvador to visit Argentina next. They're looking to orange pill Malay, lay down the blueprint of El Salvador, but also breaking news, the team is also making a similar trip to Qatar. We think Qatar is orange pilled, had a trip to El Salvador recently, and great things are happening. Let's freaking go. Max also says that BlackRock can't change Bitcoin's vector and that 220,000 per Bitcoin is in play, and that's Max Kaiser's short-term target. So what are your thoughts surrounding these recent price actions in which I shared with you, and the thoughts of Javier Malay adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender, and Max doing his damn thing, orange pilling these presidents and bringing Bitcoin to new countries such as Qatar, Argentina, and the rest of the world? I mean, things are really starting to heat up. Let's go. But anyways, fam, let's kick it off with our next story of the day. Let's discuss the $100,000 next year in 2024. According to PlanB, who is the creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model, and welcome y'all just joining us. Be sure to smash that like. I appreciate it. So yeah, Bitcoin buyers should enjoy the chance to add their stack below 40,000, says PlanB. He shared, I just mentioned that. Bitcoin is destined to go up much higher than its recent 18-month highs, says PlanB, and time is ticking to increase the Bitcoin exposure below 40 Gs. Known for his optimistic takes and his long-term Bitcoin price growth, PlanB this time used the realized price data to support the case for the bulls. Realized price is Bitcoin's realized cap, the sum total price at which all Bitcoin last moved, divided by the current supply. And it's currently just below the 21,000 mark. Now, the Bitcoin bear market bottoms are characterized by spot price dipping below the realized price. And while the bull markets have begun once spot crosses the 2-year and 5-month realized price levels, these refer to the realized price of coins which last moved within either the last 2 years or the last 5 months, being the younger coins. Now, Bitcoin is once again above these all three realized price iterations, a great sign. Quoting PlanB from X, enjoy the sub 40,000 Bitcoin while it lasts. He commented alongside this chart, which shows you the realized price. Looking all bullish as all hell, you gotta love it. And asked whether the market should expect lower levels from here, PlanB would not be drawn, saying that he simply expected an average price of at least 100,000 per Bitcoin between 2024 and 2028, which would be the following halving cycle. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that sentiment, as Stock to Flow is predicting anywhere from 100,000 to $1 million per coin post 2024 halving. And Bitcoin hodlers are betting on this six-figure price action. In fact, we're going to have a $100,000 Bitcoin fiesta right here in Puerto Rico. How many of you are going to be joining us? Let me know. Now, while PlanB has fielded criticism over the stock to flow and conceded the Bitcoin was not able to live up to his expectations during its 2021 bull market, six-figure predictions for the next cycle are increasingly common. Now, these are coalescing around an area with 130,000 as its focus for the end of 2025. Now, the halving itself, meanwhile, due in April, roughly 5 months out, should produce a return to around 46,000, further analysis says. Earlier in the month, PlanB described Bitcoin as being in a pre-bull market phase, with the real launch yet to come. Quoting him here, the actual date of the post was November 19th, which was, 5 days ago. He shares, in my opinion, Bitcoin is currently in pre-bull market, which we can see in the yellow in the stock to flow chart, and on track towards a full-blown bull market, which we can see in the red after the halving, unless earlier ETF approval, then we'll get it even sooner. Note, I changed the colors and stage names again to better align with the stock to flow model. So this color chart breakdown for the key is the pre-bull is in the yellow, the bull market is in the red, the pre-bear is in the light blue, and the bear market is in the green. Notice yellow, 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 yellow. What precedes yellow? bull market, red, 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 red. So definitely a great sign according to the stock to flow model. So let me know if you agree or disagree with Plan B and the stock to flow model that we're likely to see a $100,000 to $1 million Bitcoin price post 2024 halving. But anyways, fam, let's break down our next story of the day. Let's discuss the wallet ban going on, which is kind of alarming, a little scary. Like, why did they remove this wallet, which is the wallet of Satoshi, from the app stores in the United States on both Google and Apple? Let's discuss it. Bitcoin Lightning Payments app, wallet of Satoshi, has disappeared from Apple's App Store and Google's Play Store in the US as it closes in on over 1 million transactions for November. Could this be an attack on the Lightning Network? November 24th, several users and crypto community participants shared on X their attempts to search for the app, which turned up no results or redirected users to competing wallet apps. Now, how many of you have used the wallet of Satoshi? Please do let me know. As a user shared here, wallet of Satoshi is banned in the United States. However, the wallet of Satoshi app still appeared for download in Australian Apple App Store and the Australian and Singapore Google Play Store versions at the time of this article, which makes it that much more interesting. United States, what the hell are we doing? Wallet of Satoshi is a popular Lightning payments platform that is on pace to process over 1.1 million Lightning payments in November, according to industry author and podcaster Kevin Rook, who shared here. Wallet of Satoshi is on pace to process over 1.1 million Lightning payments in November. This will be their largest month of Lightning payments ever. So why do you gotta rain on our parade, United States? Now, Rook added that it would be the firm's largest month of Lightning payments ever. However, Wallet of Satoshi cleared the confusion in a post after stating that it was not banned from the app stores. We have made the difficult decision to remove our app from the US Apple and Google App stores and will not serve US customers going forward. So I wonder who scared the hell out of them for them to make this announcement. Clearly, there's a massive audience in the United States that would like to use the Lightning Wallet app. So here's what they shared. To our valued Wallet of Satoshi community in the United States of America, we have dedicated ourselves to providing the best Bitcoin experience with Wallet of Satoshi being at the forefront of the Lightning usability and adoption. However, we have made the difficult decision to not basically serve U.S. customers going forward. The decision doesn't come lightly. Our commitment to providing a secure, user-friendly, and compliant platform globally is unwavering. That's maybe the key right there. Maybe it's not compliant with U.S. regulations. Our top priority is the safety and interest of our customers and our company. We understand this may be disappointing news, and we share your frustration. We are hopeful that future developments will allow us to revisit and possibly resume our operations in the US. So I wonder if Gary Gensler, the SEC, contacted them like, yo, we're going after you if you don't remove this from your app store in the United States. Maybe they had to do so. For our existing users in the USA, rest assured that you have full access to your Bitcoin funds. You can seamlessly withdraw and transfer them to another wallet. We deeply appreciate your support and understanding. We remain committed to bringing the benefits of Bitcoin to as many as possible. So there you have it, coming directly from their team. But it doesn't really specify exactly the cause. It just seems like they're probably being shaken down to do so, or they're going to get in some legal issues, in my humble opinion. And on November 17th, a group of disgruntled PayPal, Venmo, and Block Cash app users filed a class action lawsuit against Apple, claiming the company entered into an anti-competitive agreement with PayPal and Block to restrict the use of crypto tech and payments on the iOS. Interesting. Apple has a history of removing crypto apps, with the firm delisting the Nostr-based Damus app, oh that sucks, over a Bitcoin tip feature in June. They just want to be able to track all of your transactions. They don't want you receiving tips, so hence this is probably what happened. It also briefly pulled the MetaMask wallet app from the App Store in October, but I believe it's back because I checked it out today and it did seem to be back on track. But that's pretty alarming. What are your thoughts surrounding that? What the hell is going on with the United States and their silly regulations for crypto? Let me know, fam, in that live chat. We still got lots to cover, so let's dive into our next story of the day and discuss the spot Bitcoin ETFs. According to Hester Pierce, the SEC commissioner, she says there is no reason that it should be denied. Tell that to Mr. Gensler, the chairman, would you? Please put a sticky note on his desk or something. Markets have been eagerly awaiting the SEC's approval for the spot Bitcoin ETF all freaking year. Word from the rumor mill is an imminent move by the SEC in October sparked the sustained rally for the Bitcoin price action. We all know Bitcoin been pumping. And Hester Pierce made her remarks in a Bloomberg TV interview published on Wednesday. Here's some of the highlights from that interview. Speaking of Bloomberg's television, Kaylee Lanes on Bloomberg Crypto, here's what the commissioner said. I thought for many years now that there is no reason, Gary Gensler, for us to stand in the way of a spot Bitcoin ETF. We got a little bit of a nudge from the court. Yeah, Congress is like, yo, Gary, you need to approve that spot Bitcoin ETF immediately. And we'll go from there, and we'll go from here. She was referring to the U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ruling that the SEC's refusal to review Grayscale's investment Bitcoin ETF application was arbitrary and capricious, as she shares here in the interview. And we have Van de Popp, who hailed Pierce's remarks as very positive news. He also pointed out the Bitcoin price is on the verge of testing key resistance, in which we are, and hence we already broke that resistance at 38 Gs. Now let's discuss the SEC reviewing these 12 spot Bitcoin ETF apps. The SEC is currently reviewing 12 apps. When asked if Grayscale's app would be approved first or if all 12 would be approved at once, Pierce said she couldn't speak to that. All of those are under consideration now, so I can't speak to them. But ARK Invest's Cathie Woods and Bloomberg analysts expect simultaneous approval. Let me know if you agree with that sentiment, that the ETFs will all likely be approved at the same time. Meanwhile, the SEC missed the window earlier in the month, so yet again, they're kicking the can down the road to approve the outstanding apps at once before pushing back the deadlines to make the final decision. There are currently 14 regulated companies awaiting the SEC approval. They consist of BlackRock, you got Grayscale, Invesco with Galaxy Digital, 21 shares with ARK Invest, Bitwise, VanEck, WisdomTree, Fidelity, Valkyrie, Global X ETFs, Hashdex, as well as Franklin Templeton, and collectively they control roughly $25 trillion in assets under management. So if we get that green light and they all get approved at around that same time, they'll probably launch within 30 days from the time of the approval. And people like Samson Mouse says that can drive the Bitcoin price to $1 million per coin in lightning speed, because we've never had a spot ETF in the United States market. We have never had true price discovery in any ETF market in history of the world, right? So Bitcoin is the first asset class that offers true price discovery. Clearly, the SEC and Gary Gensler don't want that to happen, or it would have been approved a freaking decade ago. We also know once we get that approval, the prices are going to go crazy because it's going to usher in trillions of dollars into the crypto market. Right now, it's a very nascent market, meaning it's pretty small on the grand scheme of things. When you got a $700 trillion total addressable market, and the total crypto market is what? Probably less than $2 trillion. At the height in November of 2021, we capped out at roughly $3 trillion. So just imagine if like $10 trillion just poured into crypto. They don't even have enough Bitcoin available on the exchanges to seed these ETF products. And if you were Larry Fink, would you much rather start seeding your ETF in the 30,000 range or above 100,000? Clearly, you're in it to make the money. It's all about the profits. So I think Gensler is doing his homeboys on Wall Street a favor. And if you think about it that way, right? Because ultimately, BlackRock is more powerful than the United States government. They ultimately are the United States government, right? And Gary Gensler, keep in mind, he became wealthy from Goldman Sachs. He's actually worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And I think he's doing his boys a favor. But let me know your thoughts, fam. I'd love to know. But anyways, fam, let's now break down our next story of the day, discuss a $199,000 Bitcoin price target. This is coming from the Glassnode founders. Glassnode is one of my favorite analytics firms, so they know what they're talking about. Imagine Bitcoin heading on up to almost 200 Gs, baby. Send it and let's freaking go. Let's break this story down for you. Then I'll share the latest from Cathie Wood with ARK Invest and what she's doing right now. The co-founders of the blockchain analytics platform, Glassnode, are expressing their bullish sentiment on the King Crypto. Glassnode's co-founders, who share the handle on X social media platform, say that the gold to Bitcoin ratio has taken off and is currently on an upward trend. Watch out, Peter Schiff. We're coming for your neck, kid. The gold Bitcoin ratio currently at 18.8 is the value of Bitcoin relative to the price of gold. And according to the Glassnode co-founders, the gold-Bitcoin ratio can surge to the 3-figure level. Let's go. It's the apex predator after all. Quoting him here, we may see that the gold-Bitcoin ratio hits levels greater than 100, which means one Bitcoin will be valued 100 times more than an ounce of gold. And what is the price on an ounce of gold right now? I'm going to speculate it's probably roughly 2,000 an ounce. If anyone knows the exact price in real time, let me know. But if we were to 100x 2,000, yeah, we're talking about a $200,000 Bitcoin price as shared here alongside the chart. Major risk on move may be coming. Well, let's frickin' go. I feel we're long overdue personally. Now, Bitcoin is now trading at roughly 38,000, closer to 39, while an ounce of gold is worth just under 2,000 at the time of the article. If the Glassnode founders' predictions become true, then Bitcoin will be worth 100 times more than an ounce of gold, meaning Bitcoin can surge to $199,300 per coin, translating to gains of roughly 432%. Send it. The Glassnode co-founders also analyzed the wider alt market, and according to them, the Bitcoin altcoin cycle indicator is signaling that the altcoin season is on the horizon after reaching a level of 85. That's right. The Bitcoin altcoin cycle indicator measures whether traders favor the altcoins over Bitcoin. Values of over 50 indicate that Bitcoin is underperforming the alts and that the market may be entering an altcoin season. So there you have it. When do you feel alt season will be amongst us? And how do you feel regarding that 199,000 prediction for the King crypto, ultimately surpassing gold by 100 times in value? Let me know your honest thoughts. And I also feel Bitcoin will eventually surpass the market cap of gold, which is probably roughly sitting at, what, $10 trillion? That's only a matter of time, as Bitcoin is the ultimate store of value. Bitcoin is also a hedge against deflation. It's a hedge against inflation. It's a hedge against corrupt politicians. It's a hedge against the central bank digital currencies and all those shenanigans. So protect yourself, or as Wu-Tang said, protect your neck, kid. You do that with Bitcoin. But now let's break down our breaking story of the day. Stories, I should share. Here's the latest from Cathie Wood. We're going to be discussing her dumping massive shares of GBTC, which was just reported today. And then I'm going to be sharing with you her base case for Bitcoin at 650,000, along with the math of how she arrived at that number, along with her bullish case scenario for Bitcoin of $1.48 million per coin. Let's freaking go. So let's start right here. Here's the headline. Cathie Wood of ARK Invest dumped 700,000 GBTC shares in 1 month. That's right. Cathie Wood's investment firm ARK Invest has sold 700,000 shares of the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust over the past month, even as Bitcoin hit 18-month highs over excitement for a possible spot ETF. The ARK Next Generation Internet ETF sold 36,000 GBTC shares November 22nd, offloading a total of 697,768 GBTC since October 23rd, according to ARK's daily trading data seen by Cointelegraph. Now, ARK W offloaded roughly 1 million in GBTC as Grayscale's trust traded around $30 November 22nd, closing at $30.50 per Google Finance data. United States markets closed on November 23rd, yesterday, for Thanksgiving. And here you're looking at the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust price action sitting at $30.45. ARK started selling their Grayscale Bitcoin Trust shares October 23rd as Bitcoin was heading towards 34,000. But before that, ARK's previous reported GBTC transaction was in November of last year, when the firm sold a whopping 450,000 GBTC shares. And after selling nearly 700,000 of these GBTC shares over the past month, ARK W still holds $131.8 million worth of GBTC. So she's still bullish to be holding $131 million worth of their product, just saying, or more than 4.3 million GBTC shares. And as of November 24th, Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust accounts for 9.2% of ARK's portfolio. Pretty major. Ranked third after Coinbase and Roku, according to the official ARK W data, which you can see right here. It shows you Coinbase Global. They have a market value of 148 million with 10% of the share. Roku, 139 million with 9.7%. And GBTC, 131 million at 9.2%. 0.24%. The ARK ETF that offloaded the funds is up over 68% year to date compared to the over 271% posted by the Grayscale Trust per Google Finance data. Meanwhile, Bitcoin is up a whopping 125% on the year, nearing 38,000. In fact, we already surpassed 38,000 earlier today, which is a great sign of the times of where we're heading. So there you have it. She is dumping massive shares, but she still has over 100 million worth of the GBTC product. Now let's discuss her price predictions. ARK's Invest base case is Bitcoin at $650,000 per Bitcoin. Here we go. The ARK Invest CEO, shout out Cathie Wood, says that the SEC has started to ask questions about her hedge fund's Bitcoin ETF filing. And until recently, however, the SEC would simply outright reject ARK applications. Now, Wood is also bullish for Bitcoin because of the upcoming halving and the currency's 21 million supply cap, unlike Ethereum, in which can continue to print. You know what I mean? Wood said in an interview with Yahoo Finance on Wednesday, I think so if we look at the reasons, the Bitcoin will scale. So our base case is today 600 to 650,000. And our bull case based on scarcity that is now developing, which I'll get into in our next story, it's actually almost 1.5 million per Bitcoin. Now, here's what she said in that interview. We think that institutions, if the SEC blesses a Bitcoin ETF, Gary, we need your blessings, big dog. Institutions will feel like the coast is clear for them to pursue. And we know a lot of institutions have been researching crypto assets for a while and do agree that this is the new asset class. Quoting Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, Bitcoin is a flight to quality. The ARK Invest CEO followed up with an appearance on CNBC's Squawk Box to discuss ARK Invest's ETF products and the still long-awaited SEC approval for the Bitcoin ETF. ARK Invest's Cathie Wood and her hedge fund ARK are bullish for the future. As a result, they are inveterate blockchain and Bitcoin bulls. I believe Cathie Wood started stacking sats back when Bitcoin was less than $500 per coin. Wood said in an October of 2022 interview on the Peter McCormack What Bitcoin Did pod that she bought 100,000 worth of Bitcoin when it was only 250 bucks. So yeah, she's definitely an early adopter and a very smart lady. She said she hasn't sold it ever since, maintaining that she is a long-term hodler. So at $250 a pop, she most likely made the purchase around 2015, given today's average prices on the exchanges, meaning ARK Invest is sitting on more than $14 million in unrealized profits from this trade. Now let's discuss the bullish scenario. We know the base case is 650,000. Now it's important we talk about 1.5 million per coin. The firm's CEO, Cathie Wood, said in an interview that our confidence has increased towards our bull case. That's off the back of the news of the spot Bitcoin ETF applications. The bull case Wood referred to was one of three scenarios, which ARK outlined in the annual Big Ideas 2023 that was published back in February. In the firm's base case scenario, the price of Bitcoin is projected to reach 682,800 by the end of December 2030, while the bull case scenario envisions Bitcoin soaring to 1.48 million in the same period. As you can see here in this chart, Bitcoin likely to scale into a multi-trillion dollar market. In fact, she has been predicting the market cap breaching 25 trillion for the king crypto. And as you can see, by 2030, bear case 258,000, not too shabby, but base case 682,000. And then we have the bull case for 2030 at 1.48 million per coin. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Now, she attributed the increased bullishness in Bitcoin to the regional bank crisis back in March when several major banks failed, including Silicon Valley Bank and Signature. She quoted sharing here, as regional banks are going bankrupt, the stocks are imploding across the board. Bitcoin rallied from $19,000 to $30,000, and now Bitcoin is up over 125% on the year. Quoting her again, that was the flight to safety. This is the insurance policy that we believe everyone will want at the end of the day. So do you have your insurance policy? Let me know, fam, and keep stacking them sats. Now, multiple people have warned that more banks are about to fail. And as the banks fail, I think it will only increase confidence in alternative investment assets such as Bitcoin personally. And I know Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki agrees. Peter Schiff, however, believes that all banks will fail and people will suffer massive losses as the banking crisis unfolds. Wood highlighted that Bitcoin is an insurance policy against two things. Firstly, she emphasized its role in protecting against wealth confiscation. That's right, Bitcoin's unconfiscatable, whether through direct means or inflation. And secondly, in a deflationary environment, Bitcoin serves as a hedge against counterparty risks, emphasizing the decentralized and transparent nature of Bitcoin. The ARK Invest executive believes that a repeat of the financial crisis of 2008 and 09 will happen again. Quoting her here, "We won't have an 08-09 with Bitcoin. Everything is decentralized and transparent, no obfuscation, stress." So there you have it, my crypto fam. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Cathie Wood of ARK Invest and what's your thoughts surrounding her base case of 650,000 along with her bull case of 1.48 million per Bitcoin by the year 2030. Let's go. And she made these predictions actually before we started getting the ETF applications submitted. This big prediction was actually made after the banking crisis we witnessed earlier on in the year. So she's probably even that much more bullish right now, which is another great sign.